Demonic possession. It's been the subject of such cult classic films as The Shining, The Exorcist, and Army of Darkness. But is it real?
Recently, there have been reports of Las Vegas teeming with white-eyed, gross-faced, evil assholes, terrorizing the city and leaving a trail of bodies in their wake.
I was playing the dollar blackjack at the casino, and the girl, she had cut on her arm, but I was like winning, so I didn't care. Well, I was tying. Okay, so I lost some, but I was doing well, and then she like turned around and her eyes were like big and white like the snow or that car or yeah, that one.
What we're seeing is a dimensional overlap.
I didn't know what to do, so I went in Chipotle, but some of them were the same way, so I didn't, I got my burrito and left.
It was the most frightening thing I ever seen.
It appears that this portal is attached to some ancient part of our own reality.
I was walking down the street. This woman, she come up to me and she go, "Ah!"
I swear I heard her say, "I'll swallow your soul."
And that was even before she turned into demon.
Normal people don't say shit like that.
I soiled myself.
Demonic possession? Nah, mate. Matto was just strung out on some LSD.
She grabbed a dog and broke him in half.
Now, oh, you mean the other cats? Right. They're fucking running around, and one of them came up to me and fucking bit me on the ass, right? And I'm like, fuck off, you homo. But he's like, so I reckon something was wrong.
This isn't a metaphysical spirit taking over the person. It's another being in the place of a being. So two things are trying to exist in the same place. So down to the molecular level, nothing's going to agree.
She was like, this is what she did. She grabbed him, and then she was like, and like broke him in half.
Your eyes are going to start popping out and looking funny. You'll probably start splitting into two different people at some point even.
Nah, I haven't been to the hospital yet. Still got a drink. They don't allow drinks in the hospital.
Animals can sense evil. I mean, look at him. He knows what's up. I mean, he knows what's happening, right?
Some crazy shit can happen when you're talking about overlapping realities. And it's all going to exist in a very physical way.
I just think it might be a problem, so if somebody could look into it, I'd be real glad. She's growling.
Fucking demon cunts all over the place. Oh no, fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's scared, I could tell. He doesn't ever look like this.
Las Vegas magic sensation Tommy Wind turned evil in the middle of his popular magic show.
When he turned around to do the reveal, all of a sudden he's got these bugged out eyes, his mouth is down to here.
It was like, it wasn't him anymore.
Audience members were reported as saying it was the most lifelike illusion they had ever seen, right before they died screaming.
He bit this woman in the front row, right on the arm. Everybody started freaking out. We all got out of the theater real quick. I mean, I would ask for a refund, but the show was so good.
Okay, well, I was watching, and then I had to pee. So I went into the bathroom, and about like 10 minutes later, I come back, and everybody's been bitten, and everybody's eyes are real white, like the dove in that car I talked about before.
We figured that was probably not part of the show since it wasn't billed as snuff film. So we started running.
Like, there's a difference between like a fake scream and like a real scream. And that's when I knew it wasn't a bit anymore.
Peeing saved my life.
That's scary stuff.
It sure is, Tom. I guess you could say it was a dead audience.
That's terrible.
We'll be right back with our special report, Evil in Sin City, after a word from our sponsor.
Brought to you by S-Mart. Shop smart, shop S-Mart.
I'm Annie Knowby, and this is Ed, and we are the Ghost Beaters.
On the next Ghost Beaters,
I never feel like I'm alone here.
the gang checks out the Tommy Wind Theater.
A girl was beaten up in the parking lot next door and died in this stairwell.
A haunted theater on the Las Vegas Strip.
Did you hear that?
But in this theater, the show never ends.
Those things are swinging. These exact two was shaking.
I've seen her walking.
I saw other things.
Ghost Beaters, Tuesday night at midnight.
A lot of strange things happen here.
Welcome to EdSmart. I'm Ash
Williams from Housewares. We're your one-stop shop for ultimate value. We've got apparel, like these fine t-shirts, and kitchenware, like these groovy mugs. Who's that handsome fella? And don't forget novelty souvenirs like these nifty magnets and keychains. You got a mug? You got a magnet? Put them together? That's a mugnet. Check out hardware on aisle 12 for this handy home-like chainsaw. Or head on over to Sporting Goods to get your hands on this 12-gauge double-barreled Remington. S-Mart's top of the line. Straight out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's got a walnut stock, cobalt blue steel, and a hair trigger. I'm taking this sweet baby with me camping this weekend. You never know what could happen in the woods.
We're all gonna die!
Stay safe, friends, and remember, shop smart, shop S-Smart.
Witness the magic of Tommy Wynn. Magic, music, and martial arts, seen by millions throughout the world. Bring the whole family to the magic of Tommy Wynn, live on the Las Vegas Strip at the Tommy Wynn Theater.
Welcome back to our Channel 7 special report, Evil in Sin City. UNLV archaeology professor Raymond Knowby has recently been reported missing. He was last seen on the way to his family cabin just before accounts of demonic possession began.
This professor guy from UNLV, he go missing. I say, what a big deal. People go missing every day. I guess he invented something like Cuisinart? I don't know.
People are all like butthurt because this Raymond Knowby professor guy goes missing. What about me? I lost my ID last week, right? Nobody cares about me. I'm a professor at UNLV too. It's not that hard.
Crazy old Professor Knowby from UNLV, he's been missing now for like at least 2 days. And 2 days here in Las Vegas is usually about 3 weeks in the rest of the world.
Last time I saw him was when I saw him with the book he was talking about translating.
So he fucking went missing, found a book apparently, made out of fucking human skin. That's fucking metal.
Then I find out he has book made of human faces. So I say, what's the big deal? People on Facebook all the time.
Indiana Jones, he was like the professor of Indiana Jones doing archaeology and shit.
My immediate concern was he's not an anthropologist. Anthropologists are the people that understand languages and text and contextual things. If you read these ancient texts and you just have the timing off or the intonation, or you say one small word wrong, who knows what can happen?
That's what they really need to do. They just need to get everyone in Vegas, hold hands, just one big line, cross, and I reckon you'll spot them right quick.
We are reminded of the disappearance of local high school student Howie Brom, who disappeared under similar circumstances 7 years ago.
The possessions and disappearances are just a few of the strange disturbances in the area. Sinkholes have been opening all over Clark County. The most recent and largest opened earlier today in front of a local value stop.
Where these overlaps are occurring, we're actually starting to see geological changes where we're seeing sinkholes that are going to absolutely nowhere.
Now that's when a hole starts out really small and gets really big, kind of like a pregnant woman when she's giving birth.
The parking lot of the value stop, almost the entire parking lot was swallowed up.
Somebody call it sinkhole. You stand next to it, you give out. It's like stinkhole.
I spent a lot of time at that value stop, and that means a lot to me. I gave a girl a sinkhole in the parking lot of the value stop. You know what I mean.
Fucking big old hole, just getting bigger and bigger. Cunt's popping out of it. Every fucking 3 seconds there's another fucking moaning, groaning cunt coming out. Fucking don't know what they're on about.
Cars are falling in and people are falling in, animals are falling in. It's crazy.
Whole Buick go inside, then an Oldsmobile. I go home.
And clouds of pure evil have been reported rushing through the city, destroying property, and turning the citizens of Las Vegas into what locals have dubbed deadites.
We are seeing these strange fogs that come out of nowhere.
I went outside and there was this fog and it was just making everybody act crazy.
I saw this big old black smoke come flying through the streets, and all of a sudden it hit this guy, and he turned out he turned out evil.
Now we have fog that's rolling in and it's like throwing stuff everywhere.
I remember something happened just like it in Sweden. This fog come down through the fjords. It flip over boats. It turned dolphins into sharks. It's just like that. Only worse!
I don't own any property, but if I did, I would be terrified because it's all going away.
We're seeing shifts in how the weather changes, especially at nighttime.
Into days, man.
We're even seeing the shrubs and greenery act up.
I'm gonna be locked up in my house with my girlfriend and all the ammo I can get.
We've been treating plants like they're not sentient life this entire time just because they don't move. But you infest it with a living person from, say, 1800 years ago, all of a sudden that plant is probably going to be pretty pissed off. And now it can move.
Stay with us at Channel 7 Action News for up-to-the-minute coverage as this unusual and terrifying story continues to unfold.